Okay, so we're ready to start.
Okay.
Go ahead, Zinabi, please.
Hello, everyone. Very welcome to our first live session. My name is Zainab Musavi. I'm so excited to be your co-moderator with my dear Rose. Happy to have you here. Um, uh, let For this session, maybe we will focus on this session is all about getting to know each other, summarizing what we've accomplished week one, and fostering meaningful discussions that help us grow as a learning community. To share a bit about myself, okay. My name is Zainab Musavi, and I'm happy to join you for this session. I have a master's degree in teaching English as foreign language and a doctorate in curriculum and instruction technology. I have been teaching English at different language centers and universities in both Iran and Malaysia. And also, I'm excited to introduce my incredible co-moderator, Rosebud. Or do you like to introduce yourself? I don't know, Rosebud.
Yeah, sure.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
sure. Yeah, no problem. I can just say hello to everyone. It's good to be here live, right, with you guys. And basically, I'm a teacher trainer. Most of the time, that's how I work as a teacher trainer. I have a degree in a childhood education, and I've been teaching English for more than 25 years now. I lost count, actually. I'm specialized in instructional design, active methodologies, and I have a master's degree in educational technology. So, yeah, I'd like to welcome everyone to our session. Thank you for being actively participating. We are really glad to have you here. So, let's move on, right, to one task. Like Zinabi just mentioned, this week it was a week of connecting, getting to know each other. We created, right, our digital avatars. And here, for example, we have in this Padlet um, my digital avatar posted, right, in this Padlet. In this case here, what would you like you guys to do? And we're going to be adding this presentation, this recording to our canvas in week 2 resources. So you have also the link to do this, right, when you see it. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to find the location, right? So let's say here I'm going to do for Zinabi. Zinabi is in Tehran, right, Zinabi?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And then here,
Iran.
and then we can write something. So we can write our introduction here, short intro, whatever you want to add here in text. But we can also, by clicking outside here, we can add our digital avatar, right? So all you need to do is click in link, add the link, and then enter, and it's going to be adding your avatar. So that's what I would like you guys to do. Would like you to pin your location here. I'm going to exclude because this is Zinabi is going to do hers later. But as you can see here, let me press, I'm going to press Control to get it like, the location. We can see the whole map. So as you can see here, I'm in Santa Catarina. Florianopolis, in Brazil, right?
Mm.
So yeah, and we can see the whole map here. We are going to be giving those who are not attending today the link as well, right? Okay, great. Let's go to the next part of our presentation. So we this week, right? We started creating in registration week our digital avatars and connecting through Canvas Forum and Padlet. And this was the first tasks we did, right? Creating our digital avatar, posting our forum, and then connecting with others through Padlet as well in week one. We know that digital avatars, they are a fun way, isn't it? It's a fun way to represent ourselves. It's a very creative as well. We have there, Gladys is here with us, and she hasn't added her digital avatar yet, but she will be adding and participating with us, right, Gladys?
Yeah, I'm going to do. I did it 3 or 4 days ago, but maybe there was a little problem to let you see.
No problem.
It was a nice experience.
And if you need any help, always you can contact us, okay? Now you have the email, you can send us an email and say whatever you need, and we're going to be there helping you out, okay? So, yeah, digital avatars is a very fun way and creative way to ask our students and our trainees, right, to introduce themselves or to talk about something using various like visual representations. We have some really nice avatars, digital avatars, videos with people in different locations. I remember Teresa with the outdoors. It looked like the Alps, the mountains, wasn't it? It looks very nice. And she talked about that as well. So that was nice. So there are a variety of tools that we can use to create our own digital avatars, right? And we introduced 3 of them in our registration week to be chosen. And Adobe Animation Maker was a popular one, wasn't it, in a week, in the registration week? I think we had more avatars with Adobe Animation because it's a very easy way, very easy tool to use, isn't it? And Voki as well. It's very easy to use, both resources. And to be honest, I think it looks nicer. I didn't really like my avatar with the other tool we use, DEI. I don't know, it didn't look natural with the photo, you know. It looked a bit strange, but I kept it. So yeah, it allows us to actually be creative, right, with our representation, to choose how we want to represent ourselves, which is very interesting. We also connected through Padlet by sharing, you know, our non-digital tasks. So in week 1, we had a Padlet dedicated to sharing the non-digital tasks. Everyone added 2. They were very nice, and we're going to be seeing them in a bit more. What we it was shared with us. And Padlet is a great tool because of its various resources, right? Various ways we can use Padlet. It really promotes it can promote meaningful interaction. But again, we need to look how the digital tools we choose actually leverage the task we want to implement. So as I was this morning also going through the forum for week 1, the one that they are discussing which level of the SAMR model it's most applicable to their context. I was reading and giving feedback in the submissions this morning. And one important thing that we always need to keep in mind with the SAMR model is, one is the capabilities of the tool, right? What is the tool able to do, the functionalities available? And now in week 2, we'll be looking into that as well, right? More in depth. What functionality works for a certain level, in this case for the enhancement level that is focus of week 2. But also we need to take a look at the task itself. Because, for example, Miguel mentioned that there was a discussion on the smart boards and how smart boards is used just a substitution of the analogical tools, like Blackboard is an analogical tool, the notebook itself, the book itself, the printed book itself, it's a tool, it's a technology, but it's an analogical one, right? The pen, the pencil, and so on and so forth. But when we look at the smart boards, for example, we can see that it has various functionalities. The tool itself, it can enhance the learning process to the enhancement augmentation level. But the way teachers use it, the way teachers apply it, it's what we could say it's just substituting. I have an example. In 2011, the institution I work at the time adopted Moodle in the whole institution, from secondary school to high school to college. It was a really big institution with loads of students. And they gave us training on how to use Moodle at the time. And I was very excited because I had been adopting and integrating technologies in my classroom since 2008. So I was like, wow, Moodle, now I can actually, instead of like getting my students all over the place, PPWorks, I used to use it with my students to create stuff. So when came in Moodle, what happened? Most teachers didn't use it at all. It was created for each class, but it wasn't used at all. And those who used it just as repository to add material. So they just uploaded the material and added. This
exactly,
is substitution, right? So this is like, take the digital tool you have and just substitute for, instead of distributing the printed material, they just put it online. And that was most of what they use it for. I didn't. I was at the time using Facebook group with my classes to run projects, right? So I wanted to have a space where my students could collaborate, discuss in and out of class, stuff like that. So when came in Moodle, I was very excited. And what I did was I transported everything that I was doing in Facebook to Moodle to create this space for them to run the projects. And that was like 2011, right? More than 10 years ago. And unfortunately, I still see nowadays that teachers using Moodle institutions, as a repository, or the maximum they do is create a discussion forum. No other capabilities of the tool really, it's a pity, it's sad. But so it's not sometimes that the tool, my point is, it's not sometimes that the tool doesn't offer functionalities that we can actually leverage learning and go up the ladder of the SAMR model to It's just because us teachers, we are not designing tasks that actually take advantage of these tools, right? Like if you are using, I thought myself, like you have both at your hand, for example, you have like all the tools at your hand. Why you would use it just to substitute it? If your students can actually have access. But access is also a problem, like connectivity, these are things that can stop us from making the most of technologies, because some technologies need better connection and others are more simple, like for example, Google Docs, you can use it offline. But the highest level of use of Google Doc is when you can actually use it in real time, in connectivity, right? So you need connection to the internet. So we want in this session to think about that. It's not just about the technology, but also the task, how we actually use these tools, what kind of tasks we design. And here are some examples. I have brought in we actually going to show all the examples, but here's an example of how the role play, right, can be used with the digital tool. In this task, Gladys, in week 1, we asked everyone to fill a table. We gave a template in Canva. Not Canvas, right? Canva,
Yeah.
the one that we use for design. We gave the template. So you click on it, and you click on the Padlet, you download, you open in your Canva account the template, you fill in with 2 types of non-digital, something that you don't need. It's a task. You don't need actually digital tools to use it. Like, for example, role play in a real situation is the task description, the objective. What do you do with this task, right? To practice speaking, listening skills, develop vocabulary. Like role play is a classic in our ELT classes, right? Like we know it's a very effective and a great way to practice and learn the language. And then there is the teacher's role here, set the scenes, give instructions, monitor the activity. And then what are the students doing? So we need to always think on the task, like, what is this task about? What is the objective? What are we trying to accomplish with that task? And what is the teacher role? What does the teacher do during the task, right? Or before, during, after the task is done. And in students, during the performance of the task, when they are actually working on that task, what are the students doing? And we asked also participants to, after commenting on each other's non-digital task, choosing at least one, and giving a suggestion on how to add technology, right? Zinabi, do you want to make any comments at this stage to add anything?
I read the post. It was very interesting because they have used non-digital tasks, but actually they are very interactive. For example, role play, students can interact, can practice speaking and listening. It shows that even they are not digital tasks, but consider communication, interaction, collaboration. It shows that it's up to the teachers how to use the tools that they have. They can use different tools to achieve the learning outcomes, to enhance learning. Yes, and we hope in the future weeks we can add engaging tools to these activities.
That's right. Yes, thank you. So considering here, right, if you haven't done this yet in the Padlet, remember to look at the task that other participants have added and reflect on what tool you can actually add to that task to enhance the experience, right? To leverage this experience. So this is one of the second task related to this activity, right? So we have others here, dictation exercise also, right? There was one. So we have various examples of non-digital tasks that was shared with us. And this is what we want you to take from week one. Adopting a certain tool is not the goal in itself, right? It's not the tool that matters the most. What matters the most is what we can achieve through it. So this is the main learning, what we want you to focus on and take it with you throughout week 2, 3, 4, and 5. Because once you think of the task, then you'll be much more, you'll be able, right, to look at the levels from other perspectives too. So, yeah, just like I said, it's more about what we want to achieve rather than the tool itself. Okay, I'm going to ask Zinab now to present week 2 tasks, give us an overview. Let me know when you want me to change the slides, okay?
Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Rose, for your excellent explanation. Let me briefly review what we've covered so far. As Rose explained it, in registration week, we focus on getting to know each other, and it was a great time for us to build connections and exchange our teaching experiences. And in week 1, as again Rose explained very well, we explored non-digital tasks that are commonly used in English language teaching. We introduced the SAMR model. You reflected on the SAM levels and considered which levels were most applicable to your teaching context. This built a foundation for understanding how technology can enhance your teaching. And I just want to thank you for sharing your thoughts and reflections. I really enjoyed reading your post, and thank you for your reflections. Now in week 2, the focus is on reflection and sharing your thoughts about how to enhance your teaching practice by using digital tools or by identifying key features of tasks, particularly at the substitution and augmentation levels of the SAMR model. And also you will have the opportunity to design a digital task at the augmentation level, post your design, and you will provide the feedback and also receive feedback from your peers. In the next slide, let's explore the tasks for week 2 in more detail. For task 1, you would choose an article on task design and another article on digital integration using the SAMR model. After reading the articles, you need to write a reflection, post it in the discussion forum. Just ensure also to engage with your peers' reflections and offer feedback, give suggestions, because this will help us all learn from each other. And in the next slide, task 2, yes. In task 2, we provided a list of digital tools that you can explore. Also, you are welcome to add your own digital tools to this list. That's fine. Choose at least 2 tools and think about how they can be applied at both the substitution level and augmentation level. You need to complete the comparison table, identify the key features of each tool at these 2 levels. After completing the table, just post the link in the discussion forum. And also instructions and examples and a video tutorial have been provided in Canvas. So please make sure to follow the instructions carefully. And in task 3 will challenge you to design a digital task at the augmentation level. You need to choose a common non-digital task you already use in your teaching. Select a digital tool that can enhance the task and think about how that tool can make the task more efficient, more engaging, and consider how the tool can improve the learning experience, what role the teacher will play, what role the students will take. After you've designed your task, just be sure to describe how the tool will be used to support learning. For task 4, you reflect on the digital task you've designed and evaluate how it enhances learning outcomes. Again, examples and instructions have been provided in Canvas to guide you through this process, the process of writing your evaluation. So please refer to those instructions as you complete this task. And the next slide, task 5, and in tasks 5 and 6, you share your task designs and reflections in Padlet for group discussions. And for grading, just remember to submit the link to your Padlet in Canvas. Don't forget to interact with your peers. This is a collaborative space where we can all learn from each other's insight and feedback. And yes, that's the overview of week 2. Any questions?
Yes, and it's good to also leave in the recording, right? That if they have any questions, they can always ask in the appropriate task forum or the support forum, right? If they find any difficulties or have any questions on how to work on the tasks. So that's basically, what we had to wrap up week 1 and give an introduction of week 2. So we thank you all for joining our session, and we hope to see you along the week, right?
Yeah, remember, we are here to support you every step of the day.
Yes. And next Sunday, we have our next live session as well. That is at the same time, right, as today. And we are going to be wrapping up week 2, just like we did today, interact also, and give an overview of week 3 and answer any questions you might have. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to stop recording.